Are you going to be doing the dub for the double movie?
Here's hoping. I don't know, they tell me nothing. Seriously, I don't know nothing. But it sounds like it would be kind of an awesome gig, and I'm not generally not to say anything. But it would be pretty cool. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. Can you give me something? Again, this is a family show, so it depends what it is. I like it? That's what they all say. Oh, I can actually have this? Why do you keep bringing this up? I'm gonna read you the back of this card. Pilot, Katra, Rabarba winner. Quote, I thank you, my dear Sandrock. Okay, all the Gundam pilots have an extraordinary affection for their own machines. Guilty. But the bond between Katra and Sandrock was the strongest of all. When it was avoidable that Sandrock self-destruct to prevent pursuit by Oz, the Gundam helped Katra escape and performed the miracle of self-destructing by its own will. Miracle, they say. It's on the card. It's on the card. Right? So I love it if I'm ever on a panel with other Gundam voice actors, and the question will usually come up: what's the best Gundam? And if I'm sitting next to Scotty or something, he's like, "Well, Death Sight's pretty cool," and everybody goes nuts because everybody loves Death Sight. I just quietly sit by. I know what the best Gundam is. I know. And now you all do too. It's official. It's on this card. See? I was right. I love being right. Yeah, let's go to the back of the room. What? Oh, you're kicking us out? No, your question doesn't count. Who's next? Who's coming in next? Is he here? He's not going to be on time anyway, so. Okay, we'll do a couple more. Two more. Yeah. Have I ever had an experience with traditional acting? Thank you so much for phrasing it that way. I've had this question before, and people usually say, have you ever done real acting? Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's, a lot of actors will have different stories. Oh, here comes the march, get the hell out. We're taking 2 more questions, okay? 2 more, yeah. This is 1 of 2. Okay, we'll take a couple more then, sweet. See how I did that? Pity, yeah. I started off with theater. And I basically got into acting because of my sister. Like I said, she's a year older than me. So I copied her, essentially. She kind of got bit by the acting bug in elementary school. And it started pretty early for her. We had a really great music teacher at my elementary school, which it was just very lucky. So she would put all her effort into making these like musical productions every year. The entire school would be involved in some form or another. And at one point, one of the grade 7 kids was cast as one of the lead characters. It was like these 2 lead characters that kind of changed throughout time. So at one point it was 2 actors, then it was 2 different actors, you know, a guy and a girl. And so one of the boys that they cast to play the male lead hadn't gone through any kind of growth spurts or anything, so he was really tall, so all the girls in his class just towered over him. So they had to go down a couple grades to find somebody to play opposite him, so they asked my sister. And actually, I think he was probably in like grade 5 at the time. So they went down to my sister, who was in grade like 3, maybe even, yeah, like somewhere around there. So that was her first taste, and she loved it, you know, because none of the other kids her age had any kind of a speaking role. They were just like, you know, dancing in the back, and they leave, and that's it. Well, she had a speaking role. So she kind of carried on through elementary school even, and I kind of got into it then. Then we got into high school, and she got involved with a place called the Vancouver Youth Theatre, which was touring theater productions, which was built up of a cast of kids. So she did that, and I got to see what she was doing, and I got jealous. Well, I want to do that too. So I auditioned for the theater, and I got into a different production. So we were both working on different shows, kind of touring around, and then there was a couple openings in her cast. So I auditioned, and I got to work in the same production as her, which was totally cool. And at that time, there was an agency right across the street that was kind of watching the kids that were coming through the theater. And they approached me and my sister at one point and said, hey, would you like to join the agency? We'll start sending you out on auditions and see what happens. And so we said, yeah, yes, please. So I started off doing, so that was theater. Then I started doing, on-camera work for, movies and TV shows and commercials and things like that. And that led me to my first audition for a cartoon, which is My Little Ponytails, and I got it. And it's kind of gone from there. I stopped doing the theater just because, I don't know, it's really time consuming. I went to school and all that kind of stuff, right? And I went to school for art, so that I just didn't have time. And I kind of stopped doing the on-camera work just because I hated it. Loved being on set, but hated the whole audition process. It just drove me nuts. There were so many times where I'd get shortlisted, and it'd come down, we doing screen tests and things, and you knew the whole time, especially being in Canada, they were trying to cast somebody out of LA, like a big name actor, and they were just trying to lock it up. So they make you jump through hoops, and that's like, next thing you know, it's Jason Bates. It's like, oh, well, I didn't have a shot, right? So, but the voice acting, I just love every aspect of it, and I've been fortunate enough to kind of, keep doing it. Okay, we got time for that last question that I promised, so yeah. Justice. Thank you guys so much, you're incredible.